Hey, thanks for the click. It's Artistic Nick. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to draw Pokemon. Good evening guys, welcome to tonight's drawing tutorial video. In tonight's video I'm going to be drawing Rayquaza from the Pokemon series. Rayquaza is a snake, serpent-like, robotic type Pokemon. I thought this would be a really cool drawing to have a go at. So we're going to start off, we're going to find a reference point, and there's a pointy beak on this. So I'm going to find a point that I'm going to work from. So from that dot, we're just going to draw two diagonal lines. The bottom one here has got a slight curve to it. So this is the pointy part of the beak. Up from there, we're going to draw a slightly rounded edge. And then I'm going to find another reference point to connect down onto this side here. So this is the side of the head, and underneath here's the eye. So we're just going to fill in the eye and just leaving a white sliver there for the shine in the eye. We're going to find a similar reference, so at the same sort of height as this one here, I'm just going to pop a dot down and then we're going to come up a diagonal line again, and I guess this looks almost like an eyebrow, but underneath there we're doing a semicircle, which is going to give us the shape of the eye, and we're just going to fill that and just leave the whiteness for the eye in place there. Coming underneath here, we're just going to draw the lower jaw. So from level with this bottom of this eyebrow, if that's what we want to call it, we're going to draw a diagonal line down, and then the bottom of the jaw is slightly rounded, and it's going to come up to there. We've got a sharp fang either side that we can see, and one coming up at the side there. We've also got a very small one in here. So that's almost the bottom of the head done. Now this Rayquaza picture, there are some rather large, they look like ears or horns or something, but they actually do start from down near the nose area here. So I'm going to draw a diagonal line up, and then I'm going to come in on a diagonal there. The bottom of this head here comes in and up to this point. So they do sort of extend a long way out on this drawing here. So just finding my bearings, I'm going to be coming quite a way up. I'm guessing we're coming up to this sort of height here. And this one arcs round slightly and comes in to a tip. Then it almost looks like a Japanese type of dragon creature, and we've got similar fins coming off underneath. They're not as long, just rounding that off, and we've got one on this side as well. Now the way that this creature's looking, it's at a slight angle, so things on one side are slightly bigger than the other, so this is slightly bigger than this one, just to give us the dimensional look. In the centre of this Rayquaza head, we've got a circular type detail. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but this pattern that we're going to start drawing now runs the whole length of this serpent creature's body. Almost looks like a part of a circuit board or something. So we're running up to there, and we've got some diagonal lines coming off. And this runs off and up. Now we're going to get the thickness of the body here, so we're going to join this up to here, there and there. And the first part comes up and wraps around under. This body's segmented, so we're going to have a series of different segments. We're just going to finish off this side here, so we're going to draw the corresponding fin on the side of this creature. So we're going to come in here, and it's running at almost the same height, so about to this sort of angle here. Almost looks like an aeroplane, or a propeller off of an aeroplane, or a fin. I'm not entirely sure what these are. If you guys have got a little bit more background knowledge on this Pokemon, then let me know in the comments. If this is the first video you've seen, thank you so much for watching. It makes a big difference when you guys do watch. Click like, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm aiming at doing daily videos, daily tutorials. I've just launched a website, which is howtodraw.com. I'm now going to be doing tutorials, cartoon tutorials, and also graphite drawing tutorials. So give that a look. Have a look at that, bookmark the site so that you can be kept up to date. There's newsletters and things going to be published on there. So yeah, go and check that out. Otherwise, you can get hold of me on Instagram and Twitter. So we're starting to come under now for this. It's almost a snake-like creature's body. So we're going to look for some reference points here that we can then use to draw off of. It has almost these fins that stick out of its back and the side. It's sort of 4 fins that go around the cylinder of each of the segments. And what looks here like a bulbous shoulder, which is going to connect an arm. So we're just detailing that in at the moment. He's got rather skinny arms here, which come out into a clawed hand, which we are, let me see, so he's got a thumb here with a sharp claw on the end, making sure to keep the ends rounded just to give us the look of a rounded object rather than a squared off or flat object. And we've got another claw here now. Making sure with these Sharpies that we do keep the pen moving. If I stop for too long in these rather congested areas here, it does make a mess of the paper as the ink tends to leak out slightly. So particularly in these more detailed areas, make sure that we do keep this pen moving. I'll put a link in the descriptions to the Sharpie pens. You can get them on Amazon for a couple of pounds. I'm finding that I'm having to replace these quite regularly, not because the pen's running out, but just simply because the tip doesn't say ultra sharp. For a lot of the time, they don't last as well as I would have liked them to. So I'm replacing them about once a week now, but they only cost a couple of pounds. So if you do click that link and you do purchase something from Amazon via the link, I do get a small commission, so thank you if you have done. That just enables me to keep the YouTube channel running, buy new equipment and whatnot, just to keep the channel updated and fresh, so thanks for that. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure you can go and locate a Sharpie pen nearby to you at most local art shops, or even a lot of the supermarkets. Certainly around where I live in England, you can get the Sharpie pens quite regularly, quite freely from anywhere, and they're only a couple of pounds. I guess it's a few dollars in the States. So this body, you can see this segment that we've done here with these 3 fins on. Let me just come under here for the rest of this body. So it's going to be coming around in this sort of shape. So we're just going to draw these segments in now, making sure that the top end is always rounded. The top end is rounded of each segment, which is going to give us that look of a rounded cylinder rather than a flat shape. And these are what we started drawing here, it comes all the way down the body. I'm not entirely sure what they are. They're the markings that this creature has. So we've got another set of fins on this section. It looks like one section has the fins and the next section doesn't. So we've drawn the fins here. Then we haven't got we've got a section which hasn't got them, and then there's a section afterwards which is here. So just making sure that we do detail those in there and there, and rounding this end off to make it look realistic. So the sections with the fins on don't seem to have this detailing in. It's the sections without. So we're coming on to another section now which doesn't have the fins on. So we're going to put the detailing on that. This pattern. It looks a bit like a McDonald's M sign. That's what it reminds me of anyway. I like to find things in all of the drawings that remind me of something. It makes it easy to draw rather than just drawing lines. I like to play little games and see what pictures within the picture I can find, and that certainly helps me get a reference point and a feel for where things go in the drawing. So these are the fins that I was talking about. It looks as though there's 4 on each section which contains them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't quite see them there, but I'm guessing from the look of it, I can see one just sticking out under there. So it looks like 4. So we're on to the last section, and then we've got a tail section. So it's starting to taper now. It's starting to get thinner as we get to the end. And again, this section now has our McDonald's arches, or 2 eyes poking up, and then we've got a very, very thin point with some triangular shaped fins here. There we go. I believe that we are almost done. Just filling out that. So there we go, there's Rayquaza. I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of detail there, lots of straight lines, making sure you keep your pen moving. Thanks for watching this video. Drop me a comment if you would like me to draw something in the future, a different character for you, or a different series of characters. I'm really enjoying doing these. Don't forget to check out my new website, which is ihowtodraw.com. I'd appreciate some feedback on that. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit subscribe, smack the notifications button, follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.